like the most of this, other than that, what you could look at is actually the system you choose or the algorithm you choose to trade. Make sure it suits your style, personality, and what you want. Like let's say there's some strategy you don't understand. I don't understand certain things. If I trade that, I can't trade it, I can't make money off it. Because when it's not working, I'll stop. More or less, I tend to stop it. So do something you understand. The algo will help you to, like Yuvraj and Praveen I just said, do position sizing. Very important for trading is actually a business, but we don't generally view it as a business.
So one small survey also. So going forward, let's say 5 years, 10 years. Right now only 40% most institutions are into our volume. Eventually a day will come, maybe even people like us might participate and maybe 20-30% volume would be generated more from the retail side. So eventually, if I rightly understood, later on it would not only be the execution that will matter. So what algos will provide is basically it would be one algo trading the another algo. The way we have one human being trading another human being.
Not absolutely 100% entirely. But I would say to a large degree, trading is also a game where you're not just there to beat the other, but if you beat yourself in that sense. So you are actually battling against yourself a lot of times. I mean, you could see your own trading results and check it. A lot of times what you're doing is you can put in discipline. You can make sure you stick by your rules. And you check your ledger versus a period where you did not do that. And that gives you the answer. So to a degree, it is both. You are also playing against yourself. Your friends, that's what for me.
One key point that I want to make here is, a lot of people meet me and they say that I have been a manual trader and now with the advent of algorithm trading I want to learn. But you can just look at but you cannot react. When the market is moving, almost everything is moving. Now, if you look at very people who have been in market for 5-6 years, they mostly have 2-3 patterns that they will trade. And these people just want to keep trading and they have been successful at it and they want to keep trading. So in their algorithm trading system, they basically want to implement these and they want to trade what they know. And that is key to your success, that you should know. If you do not know options, do not go and do volatility trading. You should learn about it, probably when you feel comfortable with it, you should probably do it. But it's not like that you can jump into volatility trading and you start making money. It's about reskilling yourself from being a manual trader to an algorithm trader or an automated trader, where the system is doing it for you what you essentially wanted to do. So that is one of the key things that you have to realize about algorithm trading is that it is taking away the human emotion and human intervention away from the system and letting your strategy which you have built after a great deal of looking at markets and all, basically giving you the best results.
Good afternoon. Small question out here. How flexible are the factors that are used in algo? What is the technical analysis?
You can say, as long as you can put your idea into words, you can train a computer to do it.
To understand that's a small question. Okay. DLS got a news saying that yesterday, DLS got a news that 40% stake would be bought back. Now, I ended up getting a break and I was able to buy. And so,
we can't hear your question, but you were saying that you were looking at the screen, आपको breakout दिखा, आपको खरीदने का opportunity मिला.
DLS में
तो ये algo कैसे करेगा?
explain that.
तो आप algo को क्या train करोगे? How do you identify a breakout? कि एक trading pattern के बाहर price गया तो वो breakout आया.
Let's say I found out on the candlestick it was a outside movement, one that band was crossed and the RSI was going up. So this is a three factors that I had in mind.
So now these three factors, when you notice on the screen, how long did it take you to put that soda in?
The strip was at 150. By the time I executed the order, the strip was 158. So I'm not going to do it. you would have never lost that with the algo.
I understand.
Those three factors are actually very easy. आप जो पूछ रहे हो is something that us as market participants have made a while ago, and all four of us have made it individually. Building a technical trader is very simple. Most retail participants trade on technical analysis. RSI crossover हुआ या EMA crossover हुआ. These are very simple and very accurate to trade. अभी आप DLM में breakout का एक strategy है. कल कोई और स्क्रिप्ट था, 5 और स्क्रिप्ट थे जिसमें breakout दिया. Use based breakout नहीं था, लेकिन volume based breakout था. वो आपके चैनल में नहीं आए होंगे.
Into my channel but very clean. And so what happens is, idea of almost into my channel but very clean. But I think that algorithm can help me find those faster. So just wanted to know how.
It will help you find those faster because you at one point of time can only look at one price and one script and one product. Whereas a computer can look at all of them at once, all 50 listings you want to be. It can look at all Nifty 50, it can look at all 200, it can look at all 6,000 listed companies at once, depending on the size of your server. And it can take trading decisions based on your parameters that can be set to anything. If you wanted 2 EMA crossing 5 EMA, 5 crossing 15, आप अगर आपका strategy शब्दों में डाल सकते हो, it can be shown. Figure the formula. As well.
So what I can put that in the algo, whether it's 4 or 5,
Then
so it is flexible.
Yeah, so let me see, you already are algo-enabled trader. You have a decision-making system which is telling you what to buy, what to sell, when to buy, alright? Which stock to buy. So, in fact, you have already, much advanced than maybe some other people who have not even, put their studying income. Now, what is happening is when your system gives you buy and sell, you are only monitoring one or two or some few scripts. Possibly there are opportunities to that and some others. Now, you can connect your decision-making system to the algorithmic trading platform. Okay, you need not be sitting in front of the machine and taking a manual decision to trade. That is what is the algorithmic or automatic trading system. So, and the slippages. See what happens. So there are two more factors which you could avoid. One is the human emotion. As you know, all of your triggers when they come, all of them are not profitable. Okay, but you don't know which one is profitable and which one is not profitable, you are not sure. So whenever the trigger comes, you take a break, you think about it, should I trade or should I not trade? Will it be a profitable, will it not be a profitable? Possibly it was a good trigger and you decided not to trade. Alright, so all those human emotions are eliminated when you have connected your system, your decision-making system to the algorithmic trading platform. Second is the slippages. You have avoided the slippages. By the time you change the order, okay, the price has already moved. Possibly it has gone to the correction, okay, and it was a time for market to reverse. Or if you have taken an opportunity, by the time you would have put a trade, the price was good enough for you to even book the profit as well. Okay, so you lost all of those opportunities. So, the time has come for you to take a second step. Find a trading platform which can be connected to your decision-making system. Okay, make it a complete human emotion removed trading platform for you. And I think
thank you.
What are the infrastructure requirements or technology landscape in terms of software, hardware, connectivity for a retail system?
Broker भी छोड़ो ना, आप अपनी strategy लेके आओ, broker सब माथा को करेगा. So there is a lot of requirements. You have to have servers. If you are a high frequency strategy, you have to have servers inside the exchange building called core location. So there is a lot of technology, there is a lot of thinking, a lot of programming that needs to be done. But us as vendors and as service providers are striving to make it as easy for an end client as possible. अगर आपको ओडिन जैसे दिखता है, अच्छा लगता है, we will give it to you that way. If you like the way reliable looks, we will give it to you that way. However, you are comfortable trading, you will, क्योंकि ये सब चेंज करने में बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं लगता. And we do not expect you to have the domain knowledge or the capital required to set up an entire trading infrastructure, which is why we have already done it. And we can then leverage that and give you the benefit of an algorithmic trading platform wherein you will, in your own account and in your own screen, set the parameters and trading आपके account में होता है.
In terms of programming, do you need to know any specific language, Java, C++, etc.?
Leave that to the professionals. Let us do our job to make you more profitable.
Okay, thank you.
But it depends broker to broker. मेरे घर पे सब easy है, किसी और के घर पे नहीं होगा.
Otherwise, if the broker is not doing it, you have to find a professional, who could do it. Possibly people like Honesty or Vivek, such kind of people are there in the industry, already available, and if you search for them, you will find them very easily.
Hello. Fine. If I'm not wrong, you are trading on a strategy, strategy has to be disclosed to the exchange. Yes, it does have to be disclosed to the exchange, but you do not need to give them all the details. I'm using technical indicators, I'm using moving averages. They don't need to know whether it's simple or exponential. They don't need to know which moving average you're using. In fact, they don't even want to know if you're using moving averages or not. As long as they can test it in a flash market situation or in a high stress situation, which actually over the last 1 year what they started doing is they have outsourced the testing and the licensing of these algos to third party vendors. What these people do is they only test your algorithm, they only test your platform, and then they give the approval to the exchange. When you have a strategy, you have to parameterize it to be able to test. So you are submitting it with all the parameters, not only indicators, with all the parameters. Then only it is possible. So now it becomes more risky for an intellectual property rights kind of a. There are 2 points that happen in this. One, the exchange is not interested in stealing your intellectual property. They want to facilitate you towards trading, and they want you to be completely comfortable, which I have noticed myself in my experience. Secondly, what happens is when you're testing, let's say if you're testing a 15-day moving average on 15 candles, वो लोग आपको एक दिन में टेस्ट करके वापस देने वाले. So you will reduce your parameters to show them that you're, as I said before in the previous question, the testing process. Hello. The
testing process is not thorough. So what they're doing is they're not looking at how your algo will perform in every situation.
The testing process is not done. So they basically want to know whether it is your system is working or not, whether it's shooting the right kind of orders, whether it's crossing the limits or not. The parameters that they are checking you on is not strategy. The parameters they are checking you on is risk management.
He's right. So what happens is that there are certain auditors which are appointed by the exchange, and these auditors basically test your strategies in your own setup. So basically the intellectual property rights are completely maintained. They are not really interested in knowing the basic business strategy. They are more interested in knowing that if the market does something funny or it does something untoward, will your strategy be able to maintain its limits or not? And that is precisely one reason why Indian markets have behaved very well in comparison to the Western market, because these kinds of audit requirements have been put forth, and as a result, the volatility is far lower with respect to any strategies that might go wrong.
I'll just add one more thing that I have personally gone to the exchange approval process. I have given the demo to exchange myself on behalf of my traders, my clients, my brokers, and my company. The intention, what I'm saying, is not to know your IP or what are your nuances of your algorithm. What is that particular thing? You just want to know that there are ways where you are going in a regulated manner. And your risk management algorithm or the strategy what you are using is compatible with risk management of the trading platform. So if there is your risks are checked or not,
So that's competitive.
So as a developing and he wants to protect his intellectual property right on that. In India, how does he do? Let's forget the exchange.
Give you an example.
So how can you do that? Can you please explain that?
What the exchange will look for is how many number of orders per second will be algo file. Orders will take in that direction. Just one or two. So all we are trying to ascertain is what is the nature of this strategy in terms of the impact it can have on the order matching system of the exchange. So that when coming back to the primary point is they don't want to give denial of service to anything. That's the primary entity that no algo should cause a situation where others are denied service. So as long as you do that, you don't have to disclose the logic of your algo. So if you disclose, no one will eventually come and want to do business. Sorry.
Like Presto, like the software that we know, you will come to us and tell us मुझे technical trader चाहिए. इसके बाद we will give you starting with RSI, ending with moving indicators. आपको जो you get an entire universe of all the technical indicators on your own computer, and you will decide. I want to trade. I want to buy when EMA 5 EMA crosses 15 EMA from the bottom. So I don't need to know that. Your vendor does not need to know that. वो control आपके पास है. एक बार ऑर्डर का डिसीजन हो गया, उसके बाद the broker the vendor gets involved, whereas then the trade goes through our instructions.
I have a question. It's a two-fold question basically. One, does a retail trader need to use as a metric the place where a broker is located? So, would I, as a retail trader, choose a co-located broker? Would it be a metric? Or would simply Presto have some kind of an intelligent algorithm which will circumvent the lack of proximity to the industry or to the exchange from a broker? This is one, and I'll come to the second question a little later.
It is not dependent on the technology, it is dependent on your strategy. If your strategy says, okay, I want to buy Reliance for 5 days, for a 5-day holding period, you don't need to be the first order in the market. Because the way you are taking a decision is not to get in and get out very fast. If you are doing cash futures arbitrage, when the opportunity is visible in the market only for a couple of seconds, or a couple of half a second, then you need to be co-located. So it really depends on what and how you are trading. So to give you an example, let's say if you have a technical positional trader, if you are in the co-location, you get land for 100 rupees. If you are not co-location, you get land for 100 rupees 5.
Thank you. Okay, I went probably without saying it's more for that fractional trade. Like arbitrage could be one example. Positional doesn't matter at all. But of course, in arbitrage, does proximity to the exchange play a massive role for 3 reasons. One, you are given access to a much deeper order book, wherein you can see the entire order book peak to date at the core location. So if your strategy is dependent on scanning the entire order book, you must be core located. Secondly, proximity to the exchange reduces communication time. And thirdly, what happens is once you are core located, you get access to a whole different bunch of strategies that are impossible to do outside core location. Cash futures outside core location or spread trading, optional spread trading is almost impossible outside core location. So that remains out of bounds for retail possibly? Nothing? No, it doesn't. Some brokers like myself offer the opportunity for retail traders to deploy their algorithms in the core location. I myself have several servers in the core location that I am not using fully. But I give that excess capacity to my retail participants as a value added service. Thank you. I have a second question. That is retail participation penetration in probably 2 segments. One could be currencies, the second could be in terms of technology, algorithmic trading.
The lack of penetration in India by retail could it be possibly because of cost or a feeling that it costs much beyond retail or something like that, or is it education itself now, or people want to let's put control over their manual soda, like you were saying earlier. So putting in a manual soda has its own rush, has its own feeling. So a lot of people cannot get rid of that. So those people are not fit for algorithmic trading. And genuinely outside, if you walk around, you'll find 10 vendors who will sell you cheap algorithmic solutions. So it is not cost management. The problem is maybe people are a little afraid of things they don't know, and because they are afraid, they don't participate. Sorry, I did not mean the algorithmic solution per se in terms of cost. I meant like if I put in a trade manually on site part B is if I go to a broker who offers a solution from Mr. Brown Group, let's say, a B2B to B2C, and I'm the C, the end user, and the cost of a monthly subscription to an algorithm-based service, I'm referring to that cost per se, not a package solution.
Obviously, as you add technology, there is additional technical cost which you will have to bear. Right now, earlier you were doing a manual trading where coming system was not involved. Okay, so there was no cost of coming system. Now you want to do an algorithmic trading using trading solution, and I'm sure you would like to set out some dollars first and allow us to live so that we can increase technology. So it's always a bargain. As you are doing automatic trading, obviously you would be doing much more volume than what you were doing earlier, or you are going to generate more profit than what you were doing earlier, and you should keep aside some part of that. And yes, we companies like us, we have multiple partner brokers, and each broker has their own brokerage system. So one broker charges lesser brokerage, and the second broker charges another higher brokerage. You choose between two of them based on the services what they provide. So you have to look at it as an overall cost solution. Okay, so it's so some part of our investment has to go into the newer diversification of automatic trading, and then you have to take a cost.
Thank you. Actually, there is one point that I want to make here, and which has been raised out. Why have the institutions moved on to algo trading? Sorry? Why have the institutions moved on to algo trading? Why have they, if you look at it 5 years back, you would see all the institutions getting their orders executed by dealers. Okay, so they would call up their dealers and they would get orders executed. Now it's far cheaper, it's more reliable, and there is hardly any possibility of miscommunication, and the prices they get from algorithmic solutions are almost as good as they used to get, or even better than they used to get it from manual dealers. So basically, it is basically from this business angle that they have moved on. The same thing will catch up with the retail investor. That is the education part of the realization part. That if you want to do it better, you probably have to upskill yourself and reskill yourself and move on to the algorithm getting better. That's it.
I am a particularly fan of dealer street in the algo, maybe a commodity or a cost-sensitive opportunity market. And that street has quite a huge, big-ass system, quite less liquid space. So how that is taken care of by algo? You will always be designing with some set of tools, with some set of filters, with some set of steps to be taken. So before the order is sent to the market, you may add a couple of rules like this. So if the rules are not predefined in the execution system which is provided by the brokers, you may program it yourself. You can get it programmed by the protector. Then I will say that in your case, you say if the bid and ask difference is more than X amount, in terms of point percentage, don't set my order here. So you are running your algorithm for let's say 200 stocks, and you don't know which stock will go illiquid at what point of time. So if this without difference is an essential part of your trading, then you should have this tool very easily. I need to put a filter basically. I don't know.
How do you do it now? अभी आपको स्क्रीन पे वीडियो का ज्यादा दिखता है. I put a limit order basically. हुआ तो ठीक है. Basically, if you look at it, algorithm trading is nothing but putting your own thinking or the thought process onto a piece of paper and then basically getting it onto a piece of code. So that is essentially what algorithm trading is. What you are thinking is what the system is doing for you. It's not doing anything other than what you are asking it to do. So it will exactly do what you are asking it to do. Thank you.
I think there is one lady who has to use the mic.
Yeah, I wanted to know the sentiment between the sorry and you guys mentioned that if we come to you and we say you have something called as a technical trader or something wherein I come in my strategy and you say you have a universe of technical indicators. Now what I've always observed when it comes to algorithmic trading is it's always mathematically based technical indicators which are, come with true matching, come with five, and what I'm trying to say is that we are actually seeing more of mathematical based strategies when it comes to algo rather than probably use of tools or candlesticks or chart patterns. So if I come to you and ask a technical trader to do that, then it also incorporates those because we actually are avoiding those kind of technical analysis, which is a big area again. So
we have designed in our firm, we have designed it from the ground up because we want complete freedom of flexibility. So to answer your question, from the mathematical background, we are currently developing an algorithm that based on past Fourier projections and process